Hi everybody, this is Coach Jay Brightler with Full Circle Coaching Consulting, and I just want to speak to you today. I just got done with a run, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the time and the energy of time in the course of the week. The reality is, whether you're Elon Musk, whether you're a housewife, chiropractor, real estate agent, entrepreneur, it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's got the same 24 hours in a day. That's 168 hours in a week, and commonly human beings work, quote unquote, work 40 hours in a week. So how are you spending those 40 hours, or the 25 hours you're working, or 80 hours that you're working? Commonly, as entrepreneurs, when we go through a period of expansion, we're actually working a lot more hours in the course of the week than we do when we're maybe on an integration or a plateau of our life. So just two concepts that I wanted to cover here. The first concept is the concept of cluster booking. So I'm talking to you right now after workout because I'm in the middle of a cluster book. I had one energy signature of coaching clients and meetings this morning, and then I have a little 2-hour time block for lunch and workout that I'm in right now. Some days it's 3 hours depending on if I have to travel or not, but I frequently will cluster book morning, like adjustments / coaching with a workout time, and then I'll switch to another energy signature in the afternoon, whether it's an MOA time, major outcome activity time, or whether I'm working on projects, or again going back into the office, or if I'm coming back into my home office here and doing client calls. So frequently in our chiropractic office spaces, what we'll have clients do is the concept of cluster booking, meaning if you've got 10 adjustments in the morning, can you keep those adjustments to 10 minutes each, back to back to back to back to back to back? So you've got the energy of, I would call it due time, doing the adjustment, doing the process of the quote unquote work that's bringing money in your life. So when you're frequently doing the same thing back to back to back to back to back, you can get in flow. There's a great book by Chihai Csikszentmihalyi called Flow. I wonder if I've actually got it on my wall here. I should have grabbed it before I got into the flow of the conversation. Chihai Csikszentmihalyi. So that's the author of Flow. And what he says is, when you're in flow, when you're in the optimal space where you're working, what the optimal state of flow is means that you're in flow. Duh. But if you have adjustment, and then you got to do paperwork, and then adjustment, and then another paperwork, and then maybe you've got a little bit of downtime for another adjustment, how can you ever get into the flow? How can you ever get into a good table talk? How can you ever get into a groove with clients? So that's the concept of cluster booking. So the other thing that we have all of our clients do is to make sure that you're 100% congruent with your time. And by this, we have everybody do a time study. And with our time study, what we do is you look at just the course of a week, all 168 hours in a week, and ideally you can block them into like 30 minutes or 15-minute segments, and just write down, 15 minutes I was exercising, an hour I was exercising. For 45 minutes I spent today mowing the lawn. And if you add up all 168 hours of the course of the week, what then we have our clients do is we have them put them sideways into their value system. So, for instance, for me, when I look at where I spend my hours, I should, quote unquote, should have the most amount of hours over the course of a week way up at the top with my highest core value, which is family. The second, I should have the second amount of hours in a week with optimal human expression, which is everything for me from coaching clients to reading to writing to adjusting or giving healthcare talks in my community. So that'd be optimal human expression. 3 would be adventure. So I should be doing the third most amount of time in the course of my week skiing or running with my dogs, or what I just did right now. I did a little CrossFit workout in my home office CrossFit box in my garage. So if you find out that what you're doing is you've got a whole bunch of hours that you're living at the bottom, like Netflix, watching TV, social, but you don't have a high value on social, and you've got a high value on wealth building, then you're not spending your time in congruency with your core values, or the opposite's going on, and your highest core value is actually something that you think is a little bit lower. So you could have a very high core value on social. I would think that actors and actresses and screenwriters have a high value on social, and the way that they live the life demonstrates that. So it's okay to look at your value system as they're set up and the way that you get time set up, and if things aren't lining up, why aren't they lining up? Okay, and then once you've done that, if there's incongruencies, whether it's your value system or whether it's specifically the things that you're doing through the course of a day, how can we take those little dollar, and here's maybe the third thing I want to talk about is the dollars per hour. So if it takes $20 to take your car for an oil change, but you spend 2 hours or an hour or 45 minutes changing your oil, but your time is worth $300 an hour, $200 an hour. You just lost $180. So the other thing that we'll have our clients do is figure out exactly what their time is worth in dollars per hour. Then you can get really clear what needs to be delegated, what you can do, and frankly, what you can just dump. On the dump side, all of the coaches right now at Full Circle are reading this great book called The Art of Tidying Up. If you have not tidied up your life on the energy side of your life yet, on the time side of your life yet, go ahead and give us a call, send us an email. Let us know if there's a way that we can optimize time in your life. There's some really easy, simple things, but it does take time to optimize your time. The outcome of this whole thing that we're talking about here is a thing called a DTS, a dynamic time structure, and making sure that you're living life in congruency, cluster booked, and always living through your value system. I'm Coach Jay with Full Circle Coaching Consulting. Thank you for being a part of our tribe. Thank you for having us, and thank you for watching here on Facebook today.